right, boys and girls. It's time for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Powered by Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Like Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Jerry, our rods and reels are ready. Let's go fishing.
Yeah, try it again.
Okay, good Friday. Are you April fooling me?
I might be.
Is that what you're doing?
I might be.
Okay.
It's been a while.
We got Wes Jordan in here. God help us. Running boards today. Old Tim's out there trying to put some more tinfoil on the tower out there because got a little bit of a lightning strike, huh?
Somebody used a bad word. RB, you know anything about that?
No.
Not quite yet, huh?
No, April Fool's.
April Fool's.
Get some more money out.
To get some more money out, which is, let's bring an update on that. Randy's doing pretty good.
$6.
We're up to $6 if he makes it today. It's $8 that I will donate to the Humane Society, so Randy's doing a real good job.
You can almost buy a Happy Meal for that.
Almost, but if he can make it, if he can make it the entire season, we'll be all right. But it is April Fool's, and I just wanted to pass this on. I stopped out there at the Discovery Center before I came out here, and they're getting ready to do the trout release. Now, here's...
Guys asking me about that.
Yep, yeah, they should be releasing them now. I'm sure everybody's got their radios turned up.
Yep.
They should be releasing them now, but they said the only drawback is if this rain moves in, they're probably not going to release them because they don't want the trout to get wet as they're putting them in the lake. So that might be
Okay.
Rain day.
But anyway, hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show, and I'm joined as always my good friend Randy Brewer, my good friend Lonnie Ford. Wes Jordan is sitting in, filling in for Tim this week, and I think you'll be filling in next week, won't you?
I'm not sure.
We have a little broadcasting scheduling. Next week is the roundtable, isn't it? The Ag Roundtable.
Oh, yeah, it is. I think it is.
Else that knows it works out here. So we will be preemptive. We'll be on at 9 a.m. next week. Just next week, because at 10 o'clock they have the roundtable.
Yep.
We're the agriculture of the roundtable. We are able.
Well, wouldn't fishing have something to do with agriculture?
Could be.
I'm asking you. I don't know.
I think this is more like soybeans and corn.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, you're going to turn... if you turn on your radio at 10 a.m. next Friday, you're going to hear a lot of intelligent people saying stuff on here, so you'll know you're not on Jerry's Outdoor Show. But anyway, we are also joined by one of our fine sponsors that came on this year, and that's Troy Mitchell, and he owns Mitchell Arms and Ammo here in Muscatine. How you doing, Troy?
Oh, very good, thank you.
Excellent. And today, we were going to talk about some fishing, but we're going to mostly be talking about guns because that's a business that Troy's in. And I feel pretty good about the panel we got going on here. Troy, he sells.
It's just April Fool's, right? I'm not even here. I don't know. You guys told me to show up, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
So we got Troy. He's a purveyor of a gun shop. We got Lonnie, he's an excellent marksman. How'd you do last week in that tournament?
I held the salad benchmark of last place.
Can't you just plug the guy to the right or left and move up a notch? So we got Troy, we got Lonnie, and we also got Wes Jordan because he's from Davenport, so he should know a lot about guns.
Yep. Super soakers and Nerf guns.
Oh.
So anyway, with that, this is not an April Fool's. This is not an April Fool's. I swear to God it isn't. Last night, about 6 o'clock, Christopher Pierce and his lady friend Alexis Ricker sent me a picture of a 17.5-inch trout that they caught at Deep Lakes Park.
Really?
Really. I got it on my phone. It isn't fake.
They didn't even stock them with that
They
yet.
don't. So somebody's down there repurposing their trout. They had to throw it in. They caught it in Lake Ivy. So I imagine there's going to be about 120 people down there in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was a 17.5-inch fish. Now, usually they do not stock trout unless they're about 14 inches, which is the legal size. So with that, I did some math, looked up some charts and this
2
and that.
years old?
that fish should be around 5 to 7 years old, depending on the habitat.
Well, I
that it's
mean,
eating.
from the time they caught it up here and took it down there and dumped it in.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So that goes when they say, the trout might not last down there in the summer.
It proving them wrong.
Yeah, it's proving them wrong if that all comes. So that whoever did that, if you could call in right now and just tell me that you did it, there'd be no
or
problem.
not.
Right. It's just like same thing the police station's doing down there in Texas. They're worried about people putting household cleaners and heroin and meth. So if you go to the police station, bring your meth and heroin in there, and they'll look it over for you.
Make sure.
And make sure your illegal drugs are okay.
Is that like the gun turn-in?
Kind of a little bit.
Jerry, I did have a client ask about the trout stamps.
Yeah.
And evidently the cashier didn't know, but they says, no, we don't have trout stamps. They don't have an actual stamp no more, but when they run your paper back through, then it'll be on the same paper. It's not a stamp like a stamp.
Yeah,
Used
it's
to
not.
be.
It's not like a postage stamp. or
Yeah,
anything
so there's
like
a lot
that.
of people running around looking for a trout stamp.
If you go out to Walmart now, they've changed the way that you do fishing license now. Now you just swipe your driver's license through there,
Yep.
and they'll print you out. Well, I probably got one in my pocket right
Yep.
now because I ain't got any cash or anything like that. Just stop eyeballing me. But basically what they'll do, and this is for the people that can see this on the TV, they'll give you a big, long sticker like this.
yeah,
It's
that's good
actually
for
a
TV.
sticker. So anyway, they'll give you this, and I think it's been a while since I had a trout stamp. They also give you a separate one for your trout stamp. So basically, you'll have your fishing license, and then you'll have your trout stamp will be separate. But just go to where you normally go, Walmart, wherever, because it's all electronic now. Gone are the days where they'd write out a handbill or anything like that. It's all electronic. So
Yep.
Big Brother knows what you're doing and what you're fishing and what you're getting. So, yeah, make sure you have that because it's a steep of a fine if you don't have a trout stamp. So other than that, I ran out to Discovery this morning, and they're getting ready, and there's about 5 or 6 guys out there waiting for him to
Poles in hand, huh?
Poles in hand, And, well, I was talking to Kurt about it. I talked to him about the Deep Lakes thing, and he said, yeah. He goes, I would imagine somebody had stocked them, did whatever. And, why would you? You spend $12.50 for the stamp. You get the trout, and then you go down and release it, whatever, because they're not going to reproduce. They will not reproduce in Iowa waters. Maybe real far up north, some brown trout will, reproduce up in those cold streams. But around here, they will not reproduce on their own. So whatever, my friends say thank you for the 17.5-inch trout. It was enjoyable. Everybody's like, oh, that's got to be an April Fool's joke. I said, you know what? For the logistics that they'd have to go through,
right,
to get a $30 trout to hold it up, that would be the best April Fool's gag ever.
On yourself.
On yourself. So anyway, what do we know that's going on out there in the fishing world, boys? I'm going to tell you, Saturday, me and Kent Hendricks went out to Chicken Creek. We're only out there for an hour and didn't do too well. So it was about noon, and I said, you know what? Let's head down to Lake Chester. I got the boat. Let's go down to Lake Chester. So we went down there, me and Kent, who writes for the Muscatine County Conservation Board. We went down there, boys, and we put on a bass fishing clinic like you wouldn't believe. Now, the focus of this clinic was catching a bass that was slightly larger than the lure you were throwing.
Yeah.
And, man, we were pulling up 4- and 6-inch bass like you couldn't believe. Everybody's like, wow. Nah, I mean, the bass started to bite. When we got down there, the water temp was about 48.
Yeah.
And it was pretty slow going. We managed to pick a couple up here and there. But once that water got up to around 50, then they started to get a little bit active. They didn't get any bigger, but they started to get a little bit active. But that's as far as I know. What do you know, Randy? What's been going on in your neck of the woods?
We've had quite a few of them been going out on the Cedar River and the backwaters, and they're picking up some huge crappies out there. And something else was strange to me is they're plumb full of eggs. Now, I don't know if you've heard that up there by you.
Not yet.
Yeah, they've been going out G28 and getting in them backwaters by Pike running that, and that's where they're picking up big crappies.
Huh.
Now,
But they're full of eggs already?
they're plumb full. The farm ponds just barely had like little gray eggs.
Right,
They're supposed to be right now. The ones on the Cedar are plumb full.
Well, maybe.
and just yellow as yellow can be.
Well, maybe these are Easter crappies.
yeah. But I don't know. It struck me strange. They had a guy call from Mississippi.
Yeah.
The spawn's done down there, so
it's
slowly coming up our way. But I'm still saying it's like 3 weeks out.
I would say, because like I said, the water temp that I've been running has been right at 50.
But I when I see it, I believe it. It wasn't just they're bringing them to the shop and showing me. So
cool.
I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
My backyard flooded.
Oh, well, see, you can go anytime. All you
just
do is stick your rod out there.
Sat there on the porch.
There you go.
On the porch.
How about you, Lonnie? What do you say?
Well, I went Tuesday, about early mid-morning, when the sun was still bright before the clouds moved in and the wind moved in. Caught a couple of real nice bass and some good-sized crappie. It was all catch and release, so I didn't open any of them up to see if they had any eggs. But as soon as the wind started coming up from the south, the clouds blew in, and it's just like what we had talked about last week, is that the crappie, we caught the crappie first, and then the bluegills kind of moved in. I caught a couple of nice hand-sized bluegills, and then the bass blew in from the south with the wind and the water chop, and that really almost put a stop to us right there.
Oh, yeah?
But it was pretty good when the sun was out.
Right.
Sun was out and nice and bright, and fishing was good up to that point.
Yeah. See, so it's getting better, folks.
Yes.
It's getting better.
Even them little ones you caught was fun.
Yeah, it definitely.
Just getting out there.
Right, and then I got now my wife's back home now. I told you that, right?
It ain't so much fun.
Well, no,
the
fishing.
fishing.
No, the fishing's fantastic now. But she's like, she came out to the garage, and the garage in the wintertime, you open the door, you throw the stuff in, and you shut the door.
It's cold out.
Yeah, so it's not really organized a lot. And she kind of mentioned to me that she would like it if I kind of organized the garage. Not in so nice of words, but anyway. So I started getting the rods. Hell, I got 12 rods out there. I didn't even know I had that many. So I took a couple with.
She didn't either.
So I took them with me down to Lake Chester, and it probably was last year that I had them re-spooled with fluorocarbon line. Well, the thing is, they've been sitting out in the garage, and that should be good enough. And then when you cast that out there after it's been sitting there, you just loop, look like the old-fashioned telephone cords.
Yeah.
It's like loop, 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 loop. It's like, well, I got to change that line out. So other than that, but it was a good time. It was a good time. It's going to get better.
Yard sale season's coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
In Wilton, so maybe we set a lot of that stuff out.
So what do you think? My wife's going to be running a special sale on Friday between 10 and 11 a.m. Hurry up. Come in. Hey, I've had her do that with some boats.
12 autographed Jerry's rods for $1.
I didn't know his name was Pro Shop. Yeah, there you go. How about you, Mitchell? You been doing any fishing?
I don't fish.
You just shoot them.
No, I shoot them.
There you go.
Is that rod deal the same as guns that they don't know how many's in your safe?
Right.
And it's been there for months.
I'm under I've always been under this notion that every time you buy a new lure, that you should buy a new rod and reel to go with it.
And a pair of shoes for Mama.
Right. That way you don't have to worry about tying, new stuff on, and you keep it separate like it. No, I've just, from years of owning the bait shop, and I get these wicked hot deals. It's like, well, I'll buy 22. 2 for me and 20 for the shop. So they get, but, hey, you never know when you're going to need it.
Is that like guns, too? When you die, you hope she don't sell them for what you told her
exactly what you told her you paid them for. But, no, that was the good thing about the bait shop was Randy can test this. You get everything at wholesale price.
Yeah.
So you might as well buy 2 because 1 would have cost you as much as the 2 would be.
Yeah, you kind of yank on that string a little harder instead of trying to save every lure.
Absolutely. You're not worried about your nephews out there playing sword fighting, whether it is bad or javelin. That's a G. Loomis rod. You guys couldn't find something else to play javelin with? No, absolutely not. But hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. We're going to slide into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
I've spent 1,000
Don't you change that dial. We've got some more great fishing advice coming up. Actual fishing advice may not be helpful. Right here on Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC AM 860 and 95.1 FM.
Mitchell Arms and Ammo is your locally owned gun shop. They're a small shop with a huge inventory that puts its customers first. Owner Troy Mitchell takes his time to find the right firearm to fit your needs. Visit them online today at mitchellarms.com or like them on Facebook for special offers and start searching their thousands of accessories and firearms available. They offer online pricing and local pickup. No freight or extra fees. Just add tax and pick up at the store in a few days. Warranties honored locally too. Stop by Mitchell Arms and Ammo on Plaza Place in Muscatine.
Is your boat not starting well or running to its fullest potential? Have Nigel at Tailwater Marine take a look and have it running tip-top again. Conveniently located on Mississippi Drive, just south of downtown Muscatine, Tailwater Marine has years of experience and the skills to keep you worry-free on the water. Tailwater also carries towables, water toys, and accessories for your fun and safety on the water. Call Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'souttdoorshow.com.
You see, folks, you got to be very careful what you say on the radio for people that are out there listening. I just got this text just sent in to me right now. The show sounds fantastic so far, except that Randy buys his wife new shoes whenever he overspends on fishing crap. I would like some shoes. Signed, your wife.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Hey, that was just an April Fool's. I get by with this. I get by with this shit. Whoa! Whoa!
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. $8.
Hey.
And that is not an April Fool's. 4 shows, Randy.
I get by with that stuff.
We made 4 shows.
Well, you had to bring her up, didn't you?
All right. Well, I tell you what you're going to do. $8 doesn't sound...
I only got half the word out anyway.
$8 doesn't sound quite enough to
Make him double it.
Yeah. Then he'll think that he just bought a license to say it every week.
Yeah, I'll go get my dog.
So,
All right, quadruple it.
$8 really isn't enough to give to the Humane Society, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to give them a check for $60.
There you go.
We tried it. Ladies and gentlemen, the experiment has failed. The experiment has failed.
I only said half the word.
No, you said it all.
No, I didn't.
We can check the tape.
Play it back.
Yeah, play it back.
Please check the tape.
Yeah, it only come halfway out.
4 shows. Well, we tried, folks. Well, anyway, let's get back on with the season. Hey, we got our good buddy Kent Hendricks reporting live from the Discovery Park. How you doing, Kent?
Doing great.
So is there a lot of people laying on the ground out there because of that profanity that Randy said on the air?
Oh, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, a little chilly, but good turnout.
Good.
Haven't seen anybody catch it yet, but...
Did you get them released without no rain?
Right.
What's that?
Did you get them released without getting them wet?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're running around with an umbrella over them. So what else is happening, Kent?
Well, it's getting a little better outside weather-wise. Fishing's not really that great yet down at Deep Lake. As you and I know, we caught a few small ones last weekend.
Right.
And it's getting better here.
What do you got for a cell phone, bud? Is that one of them Toro ones?
No, I got the new Droid.
The new Droid?
This is that noise we heard.
That's the noise we heard before. We're getting that buzz again.
Big dragonfly.
Right.
Same noise, yeah.
All right, so anyway, I don't want to make this too quick on you, but your phone is causing some terrible feedback here. We got the big Deep Lakes tomorrow cleanup, right, Kent?
Yeah, cleanup's tomorrow, 9 to noon.
9 to noon.
Down at the Lake Chester parking lot.
Okay.
Everybody's supposed to just meet you down there then?
Yeah, you're going to meet down there in the parking lot at Lake Chester.
Right, it's a they'll provide all the fuel
They'll provide everything, and we'll go with that, Kent. They want you to bring some work gloves and some decent shoes and work boots and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, dress for the weather, whatever the weather's like, of course.
All right. Cool beans, Kent. We'll talk to you a little bit later when you get a little bit better connection, buddy.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Kent. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Kent, but yeah, I can hear the buzzing going through there, so there you go. There's a commercial for the Droid cell phone. Not good on radio. But anyway, we got our guest here right now is Troy Mitchell of Mitchell Arms and Ammo. And what kind of ties both of these, I'm killing two birds with one stone, because we'll have our good friend Mike Matson from the Venturing Crew on the phone here real quick. There's a big gun show going on up in Wilton this weekend, and that's not me running around the yard with a sleeveless T-shirt on. It costs about the same, but other than that. But anyway, we got Troy. How are you doing, Troy?
Good, thank you.
So have you guys been out to Troy's shop yet?
Yes, I have.
That's a pretty nice shop, ain't it?
Yeah, it's my little shop. I call it I don't know what I call it, but it's not large, but I share the back of that unit there.
Yeah.
But I am possibly going to be moving over to the Lincoln Center schools.
Oh, yeah?
That Lincoln Center commercial place over there.
Right.
So maybe a month or so, we're going to expand and we're going to go over there. So
awesome.
The hairstylist is taking over my spot. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it.
I get free haircuts out
I don't see the hairstylist as much as I used to. That's the other thing is that my wife being back in town finally got a haircut. And now my hat don't fit anymore.
There wasn't nothing there.
Well, there was some on the side.
About as much as mine.
I had the real good Captain Picard thing going there.
You go.
Hey, grass don't grow on a playground, buddy.
Jerry, there was some news that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Governor Branstad at Brownells out on the interstate by Newton, he did sign the Suppressor Act, the law, into Iowa law yesterday.
Okay, so what does that mean? What does that entail?
What that means, a suppressor is basically a silencer that goes on the end of your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the most popular handgun, from my information that I gathered, is a 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
9mm, excuse me. They'll run anywhere from $250 to $350 a silencer, and Troy could probably tell us more on that. The biggest caveat to this is that there's going to be a $200 tax stamp for each suppressor that you purchase.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Wow. So you're going to have $200 on top of that.
On top of the price of the suppressor. And like I say, Troy, maybe you can explain it a little better for us.
Well, I'm not a Class 3. So in order to sell suppressors, I have to be a Class 3 dealer. So I'm looking into that because I think it's actually a good idea. The suppressors do have to be registered, yes. And that's a federal tax. And you have to register each one, and it takes several months to get it.
Yes.
So even if you go in and buy a suppressor, it'll be several months before you even get it.
Yeah.
So the Hearing Act protection law is what I think it was officially called, which is interesting.
Yes.
But
get it in the books.
There you go.
We call them silencers. They call it hearing protection.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's a good deal. It actually is.
Now, why would you go spending all that money? Because I've seen on Facebook, you can just put a
can
bottle,
a 2-liter bottle on there.
Yeah.
And do it now.
Well, you can now, I think. Well, I don't know what they're going to say. No, you can't. Did I say that? Take the tape back and say, I did not say that.
Well, I can get you a whole bunch of 2-liter bottles. We can put Mitchell Arms in that ammo.
I'm not doing that.
Another part of that is that, from my understanding, and I may not be totally right on this, is that your local concealed carry issued through the Department of Sheriff and your local county you may have to go through another federal background check to purchase these. And that's going to take several weeks. So not only the purchase, the tax stamp, and plus the background check that the federal government will do over and above the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So it's going to take a while. It's not anything you're going to be able to go in, purchase, and be out using probably this summer.
Right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Looks like I got another happy summer ahead of me. At least I hear the first shot, you know. But, hey, that ties in real good because we have Mike Madsen, who happens to be a police officer. He's on the phone right now, and he's here in the capacity to represent the venturing crew up there in Wilton. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, this Matt. What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah, hey, what's going on with the gun show this weekend, bud?
Oh, it's going to be open at the Wilton Community Center from 9 to 5 on Saturday and 9 to 3 on Sunday. And we're going to have, it's an outdoor show, gun show, so there will be guns, there will be outdoor stuff, as in sporting good stuff. There will be Scentsy there, a couple things for the ladies. And then they're also doing a noon lunch, which is walking tacos. So there'll be a little bit for everybody there.
Awesome. That show just keeps getting bigger and bigger. How many years has this been now? 5 years?
This is the 5th year, yes.
All right. And we know our good friend Troy in here. He's going to be out there tomorrow, aren't you, Troy?
Sure will. Hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So, hey, I don't know if you heard a little bit where you're at, Matt, but we were talking about the new law that got passed yesterday with the suppressors.
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
I know that that's going to be a big help for our show because that'll be...
A lot of people out there really needing silencers, huh?
Yeah. There'll be a lot of people out purchasing them. I just don't know right now with the demand of how many people would be able to get them. You know, they're going to be back order for quite a while, I'm assuming, since this just passed.
So will that fall under the same thing like purchasing a handgun? There will be a waiting period on them?
I would say it will be a lot of the similarities. I'm not 100% sure on what the particulars are going to be with that yet, but I would assume that it's going to be a lot of the same. I know that there used to be ATF paperwork that had to be done with those, so I don't know if that will still be in effect.
Yeah, I think
or if it'll be different.
I'm just going to play the devil's advocate here for a moment. Why would somebody need a silencer? Can I just throw that out there?
Yeah, if I have an open range, and I do a lot of plinking, and I have larger caliber handguns, but a lot of mine, especially with my grandson who's 14 years old, we like to talk back and forth, and the wife is out there, and our normal shooting activities are 22s, and that's basically what I want them for, is that even at a 22, the hearing decibel is still enough to hurt your ears. So we end up using headphones and that kind of stuff. Well, you're always yanking them on and off because we're making challenges to one another and we're joking back and forth.
Dance, boy, dance!
And it makes it difficult. And for my particular instance, what I want to use them for, it'd be a lot handier. We don't have to wear the headphones, and especially you get 80, 90 degrees out there and you're practicing.
Right.
Like on Thursday nights, I call that my range night at the campground, so people have a tendency to stay out of that area. And I plan on purchasing some.
How about the biggest thing? They're cool. They're awesome. I mean, what's wrong with law-abiding citizens having fun, awesome stuff?
Right.
I mean, that's what it is.
You agree with that, Matt?
Yeah, I agree. And I was prior military and everything, and I've got some hearing loss, and if I can save my hearing as much as possible, even if I'm doing it for shooting. I know you go out hunting. Here's a big one. You go out hunting. How many people wear hearing protection when they're hunting or anything like that? I mean, that's going to be a big issue of when you're going to be able to use them. Are you going to be able to use them ever for hunting, or is it just going to be shooting at a range or something like that? So there'll be a lot of things I'm sure that'll come out of this, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Anytime we can get more stuff, towards the guns, I'm for it. So
yeah, that's a much better approach now it's been explained to me than me busting off a couple cigarette filters and shoving them in my ears.
If you want to be cool, just use cool filters.
You know, so that's awesome. But another awesome thing is the venturing crew. This group that you're involved with out there, Matt. Basically, I know we talk about it every year, but just give us a little background on what the venturing crew does and why they put on this gun show.
This is a youth group that is co-ed. It's 14 to 21. When you reach the age of 21, you either need to become an adult advisor, or hopefully by that time you've kind of moved on with your life, or one or the other. What we do is, all venturing crews are a little different, but ours is outdoor oriented. When we go canoeing, we go camping, we learn how to cook over the open fire, we do handgun, firearms, archery. We've even had somebody come in and show the kids how to tan a hide. We do a little.
I can do that.
Randy Brewer just perked right up there. You just brought back some bad childhood
memories. Bad memories.
But yeah, it's one of those things where, this was kind of set up to help kids that, don't necessarily get to do this on daily basis because mom and dad are busy or whatever, and come on, we're always willing to take more kids. We can take anybody from the Hoover District, which is right around this area. It goes, over the, Quad Cities to, West Liberty and, up north of Wilton there down to Muscatine. We've had one kid from West Liberty. He's now moved on. We've got one kid from Muscatine, and he's actually no longer a part of it because he moved on to college, but his dad is still a part of it. And so even the parents, once the kids move on, some of these parents are staying with, and, they're hoping that their, younger children will make it up here and be able to do the same fun things.
Well, the other thing, too, that I think is neat about it, it's not only for, two sets of parents, but a lot of single parents out there.
Yes.
Let's say it's mom and her boys, and she wants to take her boys out camping, but moms, I'm not saying women can't camp on their own, but moms doesn't really know a whole lot about camping, and this way the kind of village raises a kid kind of deal, you know what I mean?
Yep, and exactly. And this here, it teaches the kids responsibility. Like, this last camp out, the kids came up with what we were going to eat. They went out and purchased the stuff to eat, and then they made it for us. As the adults, that were there, it was kind of nice. This year, this camp out, the kids did most of the work, and they, that's what we're supposed to be teaching these kids, is how to be, self-reliant and be able to do this. So, when they have kids and so on and so forth, or they have younger siblings, that they can teach them and pass on some of the things that we've learned over the years.
Yeah, and guess what? There ain't an app for that, is there?
No. When my kids go camping, wow, I need to get them involved in this.
Yeah.
We do everything.
There you go.
Dad, when are we eating?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's exactly right. They're taught how to make use a tarp or whatever to make a tent. We've actually had some of them. We got a couple of them that even have their polar bear badge, which means they made their camp and stayed out in cold temperatures.
Yeah, I was a part of that, and I didn't get my badge yet. I'll just have you know. That was about 4 years ago when I was the only one in the family that had to go out there with my nephew Luke because nobody wanted to stay out. He got down to 28 that night, boys. That was cold. I did get a nice egg omelet the next day, though.
You can find an honorary badge for him, can't you?
Something.
And this fundraiser, this outdoor show gun show, is our big fundraiser, and it pretty much supports us throughout the year. We do this so that there is it's part of the Boy Scouts, so there's a yearly membership for the Boy Scouts, which takes care of the insurance and this and that. and that's a cost that the parents don't have to pay because we have that this money that we make from this show. So then we also use this to buy extra, supplies, extra gear, stuff like that, so that, let's say, your kid wants to go camping and, he's part of the group, but I can't afford a sleeping bag. Well, this money helps, purchase some of that stuff so that kid that doesn't have that opportunity, that we can help them out with that, and, so that they can still go and participate in the activities.
That is awesome, Matt. Once again, give us the day and the times and the location of the Venturing Crew Gun Show in Wilton, Iowa.
All right, it's this weekend, April 2nd and 3rd. Saturday, it's 9 to 5. Sunday, it's 9 to 3. And it's at the Wilton Community Center right across from the high school and the new elementary school that's going up on Cypress Street.
Cool beans as always, Matt. I appreciate you taking your time out this morning.
I appreciate you guys helping us out and getting us out into the public.
No problemo.
All right, thank you.
See you later, Bob. So, yeah, Troy, you've done this show before?
No, this is actually my first time.
Yeah, actually, I did it probably, I think, their first or second show out there. But it's all guns out there. And the problem was it was like this. It was beautiful out.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to run the bait shop and run
that was 3 years ago.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had a sign on the door. Yeah, give me a call. And it'd be damned if I got down there, got back, and ring again. And,
What's this weekend supposed to be? Cold or wet?
I think Sunday's supposed to be nice. I think tomorrow's supposed to be kind of
we'll get them out if it is. That's good.
But they do have a good turnout out there. So
no, I'm looking forward to it. I don't do a lot of gun shows. I do the outdoor show in the mall, and I'm doing this one.
Right.
It's a lot of work to run to all these gun shows.
Right. So do you find that you sell a lot?
Yeah, we did actually. We do pretty good when I do it. It's just it takes weekends, away from the family. So I have to really think about, how much time I want to put into it. But I believe it's going to be a good show.
So now, being that the Democrats are in charge.
Oh, gosh. I got to go.
I mean,
I thought this wasn't a political show.
It's not. I'm just saying.
Ted Nugent calling
politically incorrect.
I think Ted just.
But no, I mean,
Tony Tone. We got Ted Nugent coming on here.
Here we go. My dad was big into guns growing up, and I was born in 1966, and I've heard this every year for the last. He died 3 years ago, so I've heard it for 46 years. Them Democrats are coming in and going to take your guns, and this never happened.
Yeah.
So what is this stigma with that?
I don't
Why?
know. It's their. I honestly believe it's in their blood. I mean, they believe it. I don't think they get it done.
Right.
Well, we can see it hasn't been done.
No.
But they believe it.
But that's good
That's
for
their,
you, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it could
For a
be.
retailer.
I don't actually like the false economy that it creates. I like people buying because they want to have it.
I want people to buy guns.
They want
to shoot
a gun.
each other.
Yeah, I don't want to be scared and come in and I got to get a gun. I mean, believe me, it's been good. I mean, I opened my shop up like 3 or 4 years ago, right when all this hit. So that's been good. And I don't put a large margin on my guns, so it's not a windfall by any means, but it's been good. So, and every time Obama opens his mouth, we sell guns. So, what can I say? It's like devil's advocate.
Right.
It's helped me, but it's not right. Deep in my heart, I don't like it. I don't like it.
As far as the Democrats that you're talking about, they haven't taken our guns forever. When you get issues, and the wife and I just talked about this morning. And,
well, it wasn't gun related. She wasn't getting that silencer.
It was the Virginia shooting down there, the trooper down there in Virginia. And the first thing the wife says to me, she says, the guy knew, he seen the muzzle flash and then they heard the popping noise. She says people start picking up these suppressors and these silencers. They're not going to know what's going on. Right. And she's automatically, or I shouldn't say automatically, but she's on the defensive role of where you can see where the Democrats are coming from with all that's happening, not only in the United States, but around the world when it comes to gun control. And just something as simple as a suppressor that at least if you're in a crowd of people and somebody starts firing off rounds,
Yeah,
you
that
got a
could go-
reaction at that.
And that could go with anything. Then we should outlaw everything.
Right.
Because,
exactly.
I mean, it's not fair to keep it out of the hands of law-abiding citizens, I think. I understand your case, but...
Yeah, anybody can make a case for anything.
Yeah,
I mean, because once we get rid of guns and we get rid of bows and arrows and that, and then pretty soon they're going to be taking away the rocks and the boards with nails in it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know...
I'm more of a constitutionalist when I think about it. It's a right, just as voting. You can be an idiot and vote. You can be an idiot and own a gun.
Right.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
That's a big tiff I heard. You know, everybody's against gay marriage. It's like, you know what? Those guys have every right in the world to be just as miserable as the rest of us. And with that, we're going to take a commercial break and be right back with Jerry's Outdoor Show. Hang on. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell we supposed to do, you moron?
Pierce custom rods are handcrafted of the finest materials available and designed to provide the most enjoyable fishing experience imaginable. Each rod features a perfect blend of power, action, and detail customized for the user. If you want the utmost in performance, quality, feel, and appearance from your custom rods, choose Pierce Custom Rods. Search Pierce Custom Rods and like them on Facebook or call 563-299-8645.
Indian Creek Lure Company is your family-owned tackle shop. They carry the finest in bass fishing products. They carry items not found anywhere else. In fact, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Indian Creek Lure Company specializes in the more specialized tackle. Indian Creek also carries Dobbins and Denali fishing rods, as well as their own line of Indian Creek rods. They can help you spec out a custom rod that's the perfect fit for you, and they cater to bass clubs and tournament anglers. Check out their website, IndianCreekLures.com today. Are you looking for a reliable taxidermist who does superior work? Here's taxidermist Shannon Spooner telling you in sign language why he's the best around. Oh, we forgot to mention, he's deaf. Deaf Guy Taxidermy in Clinton mounts every type of game imaginable, from deer and coyotes, fish and ducks, you name it, he can mount it. Text him, please. Don't call 563-613-4411 or send him an email to deafguytaxidermy@icloud.com. Deaf Guy Taxidermy, proud sponsor of Jerry's Outdoor Show. Listen on KWPC Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Shannon wishes he could.
Local weather from Trinity Muscatine. Best outcome for every patient, every time.
Here's your forecast from the KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1 Weather Center. We'll stay with overcast skies, along with some periods of light rain as well through the day today. High temperatures will stay up around 50. Winds on the northwest stay at 10 to 15. Tonight, skies turn partly cloudy with a low near 31 as winds stay to the west. Then a mix of clouds and sun is on the way for Saturday, with a high of 46, with west winds becoming gusty at 20 to 30. Will then fall to 29 Saturday night. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, 43.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'sOutdoorshow.com.
All right, we are back, and it looks like I lost. Why do you didn't have some of them Easter eggs back up on you? You kind of cleared the studio out in there. Well, we got a phone call anyway. Let's take the phone call. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who do we got?
Hello.
Hello, Hermit. How you doing, buddy boy?
This is Hermit Longhorn, calling in.
That was a real good song you had on there this morning, Hermit.
Well, just picking on the guitar, expressing my feelings.
There you go.
Well, I'm at my vacation condo.
You got a vacation condo?
Yeah, calling from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, I've got me a camper sitting on blocks, so when it rains, it don't sink down into the mud.
Now,
Fitting to go fishing with my nephew, Lucas.
With your nephew, Lucas. I got a nephew named Lucas, too. How ironic.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding.
Well, there's a coincidence.
There it is. We might be related.
Spend some time together while he's on suspension from school.
He's suspended from school. That's not good.
Yeah. On account of an illicit relationship with his teacher.
Your nephew had an illicit relationship with his teacher?
I knew homeschooling was a bad idea.
You're right. I suppose, Hermit.
Well, we're fitting to go get some dinner. Lucas said he got himself a good fishing hole.
Oh, he does?
He says it's a fish farm.
It's a fish farm. All right.
We're guaranteed to catch something, he says. And I thought I'd call in and do some sponsoring for your show, help get the word out.
I appreciate everything you do for me, Hermit.
Heck, ever since I've been sponsoring, it's like I'm getting famous or something. I was at the bar the other night with Uncle Leroy when all these supermodel women were trying to get with Hermit.
Oh, yeah?
It was something. You know what's amazing about those supermodel women?
No, what's amazing about them?
They still got teeth.
They still got what?
They still got teeth.
They got teeth.
Heck, now, sometimes I'll be missing regular women. At night, they can put their teeth right on the nightstand.
Oh, Hermit, my friend, you are so descriptive.
Yeah. Well, we better get a move on before someone else catches our dinner.
All right.
I just thought I'd call in.
I appreciate it, Hermit.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Hermit.
Oh, my goodness. What would we do without Hermit? They're out there, folks. Some are sitting right on the other side of the
Easy.
window.
Easy.
You knew I was coming after you, buddy boy.
I thought that was Hermit. That's not Hermit?
No, that's Randy Brewer.
Yeah,
You don't
he
know
thought I
him?
left
He's a
the room.
local
He left the room for a minute.
He's a local legend. In fact, my wife is like text happy this morning, and
She missed you.
I hate to say this on the radio. Remember to ask Randy Brewer how he knows my Aunt Trudy and Uncle Ron Schnedler.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
You know them?
Yeah,
Are you related to them?
kind of, sort of.
Guess what?
Kind of, sort of.
That's Kathy's aunt.
Is it?
Yeah.
How
Oh,
big-
my God. I can't believe I'm saying this on the
It's a
radio.
small world.
Where are them
Small world.
silencers at? Did you bring anything in with you?
That's pretty good.
So anyway, Troy, where is
That's
your
where the
shop?
love for birds comes from.
There you go. So, Troy, where's your shop located?
Well, right now my shop's at 1501 Plaza Place, right next to Farm Bureau.
Correct.
Actually, my real job is an insurance agent,
Yeah.
and then I sell guns on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm a
Sell some houses that way.
I'm a gun seller.
Oh, you and your
so-
wife are having problems with all that gold in the house. Very interested in a gun. That's why. That's like I said. My dad was an avid gun collector, M1 carbines, all that stuff. And when he passed, I was supposed to get a bunch. I said, you know what, Mom, just keep the guns, sell them, do whatever you want to do. I don't need them. Because I'm married now, and there's no way in hell I'm going to have a loaded weapon in my house with my wife, because she would use it.
My wife keeps asking why I don't take her shooting, and now
Exactly.
and I've been delaying that a little bit.
A little bit.
But I'm right next there to Farm Bureau at on Plaza, next to Sheer Success, and that building down from the mall. Right now, I take about half of it up, but we're thinking about moving over to Lincoln Center,
Right.
the Lincoln School, maybe in a month or two, and I'll let everybody know.
So what are the normal hours out there?
9 to 5.
Cool.
And I'll stay late sometimes, some weekends. If they like me on Facebook, I'll post my hours when I'm working on Saturday, or what I'm doing, or any specials, or anything going on. You can't legally sell guns on Facebook
Right.
anymore, person to person. So, but gun dealers can be on there.
Right.
So go on Facebook and like me,
Yeah.
and I'll send. I think you've liked my page, so
Yep,
they'll
yep.
get to it somehow. But
Right.
and I'll let them know if there's deals going on. And
But still, just even if you're not purchasing or looking to purchase a gun or suppressor or anything like that, ready, stop out and take a look at his shop.
yeah,
He's got a lot of nice stuff.
I stock a lot
Plenty
of
of
stuff.
ammo.
A lot of ammo. I've got going to have some 22 ammo for the Wilton show. So anybody showing up, I do have some CCI, standard velocity, and some AR-15 22. They call it a little higher velocity.
What is the deal with that? Why are they always so short on it? Is that
I don't get the. I don't get it.
I was told it cost more to make them. The brass was higher than it was that they could get for selling them.
Well, you want to know what the suppliers told me, or what people are at? No, the suppliers actually said they could barely keep up the way it was.
Right.
I mean, just 100% capacity, and then some reason the scare came, and everybody doubled and tripled what they normally got. So immediately you're 4 to 5 years behind.
Okay.
Production, just immediately. So people are hoarding it and not shooting it
Right.
and not buying, and it's not out there.
And the shell goes bad if you don't use it.
They're just, so I'm starting to get some now. It's coming around. I'm just a small guy. They're not giving me much.
Right. And you know, when I had the bait shop, guys would always ask, "Oh man, you gonna start carrying ammo again?" Truthfully, you don't make squat.
I don't make much on any of it. I mean, it's fun. I like dealing with people. I'm a Second Amendment guy. My margins, my prices are good. I mean, my website is mitchellarms.com. If you go on there, there's a couple links to stuff I can get. They're pre-priced. You can order online. It comes right to my shop, and you pick it up. So it's online ordering with local pickup. So
there you go. Absolutely.
So I have to compete with them. Yeah, that online stuff gets
dealing
tricky.
with the larger prices of the calibers, bullets is one of the main. I shouldn't say main. One of the biggest reasons. Now all your major law enforcement and military all now practice 22.
Huh?
They practice. They have a lot of look-alike weapons that are the same weight and size as a Beretta 45 that the military carrier issued that are 22s.
Price.
Because they are more economical, and along with the shells.
So when's the government cared about price on ammo?
Yeah,
but no, I know what he's saying.
But I'm saying the demand is out there for that,
right?
And that's another reason why they're so short,
right? So, hey, anyway, Troy, I got this. I did keep a revolver. Is there any way I can get a 13 clip for it?
Magazine?
Yeah.
Not a clip.
Clip.
Well, now we got to have a gun school.
Yeah.
No, I'm dumb with
Told you
guns.
he's a fisherman.
But he said revolver.
Yeah.
Revolvers don't have magazines.
No kidding.
Oh, this
April
is awesome.
Fools. Thank
Were you?
you.
Oh, you're
Good, man. You see me? I
bailed
reeled
out
him
on
in
that one.
all the way from over.
I thought the clip was the joke, but it's actually
you were fishing again, weren't you?
Gotcha,
you just seen
man.
if I really knew what I was talking about.
Like I said, my dad was big into guns. I mean, we had like I said,
Actually,
he
I do
was
make clips. I make moon clips for him. I should. Okay, go ahead.
What, banana clips?
Yeah,
There you
no,
go.
moon.
Moon.
You preload it, and you stick it in. It's like a speed loader.
Speed loaders.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The
Sorry.
reason why I'm not really big into guns is because my father
You can't hit none.
No, that's wrong. Because we went out. My dad took me out to West Liberty Gun Club. Remember when there was a? Is that still around?
It's always
There's actually
there's a
burnt
show out
down,
there.
and I think they're in the process of rebuilding it, or it has been
This
rebuilt.
is back in the '80s, and they had the outside range with the wire and the targets with the clothespin. I shot that wire right in half the first time.
Really? On purpose?
Missed the
Maybe
target.
only me or 10 other people in the world can make that shot.
That's right.
And I did it, the first one. But not
Too bad he was aiming the other way, but
right.
he did hit hit it.
Oh, gee. Oh, but no, my dad was always into guns so much that it made me. I'm not anti-gun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-gun. Everybody should have a gun if they want it. It's their legal right. Have a gun. But I was just forced down my throat so much. It's kind of like broccoli. I won't touch that stuff now. I had enough of that when I was a kid.
It's forced down so much you went to fishing.
Right, exactly. Because you couldn't watch a movie with my dad. We'd be watching Die Hard or something. Well, that's a Ruger 513. You can't shoot 14 shots with that. He'd be out of bullets. That's inaccurate.
God, now I know what my kids are saying.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Oh.
So, are you that way?
Yeah,
Anytime you watch a movie?
Oh, I mean, it's politics,
that's a
anything.
Walter
Nobody will
PPK.
watch a movie with me. Nobody will watch anything with me because I'm commenting constantly.
Oh, see, that thing would jam up by now. I'm going to write these people away.
Yeah, that's not 10 shots in that gun.
Right, exactly. Well, that's a Walter PPK. You can't do that with that.
I seen John Wayne takes 13 shots with a revolver that is 6.
They take a shotgun and pump it 10 times. And every time they go to shoot, they're pumping it again. Well, they just got done shooting. Why are they pumping it again?
Well, see, my father was the type, he would just keep talking. I'd leave the room and come back, and he's still talking. And that's why they call it M1 thumb, because they're jamming. Like nobody's around.
That is.
The same things I got yelled at as a kid, I went over and yelled at my parents for. All the lights are on in the damn house. The TV's up to 900 decibels. You know what? Somebody came in, broke into the house, and screwed up the microwave in there. What do you mean? Well, the clock's all off, or else your mother touched it. I didn't touch that microwave. Oh, good God. You'd have the remote. The worst thing I did is I bought him a surround sound system for an anniversary present. And it was one of these remotes that had 900 buttons on it.
God.
I had to do the thing where I put the tape around it, so only 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Just hit these 2 buttons. Well, your mother gets in here and plays with this.
You know, the worst part is when you go over to your grandma and she's got her cell phone trying to turn the channels.
Yeah,
that's happened.
I had to tape those up too. So she would.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, it's coming our way, boys. Because there's some things my nephew does. It's like, how'd you do that so quick? I mean, now I got to put on my glasses to see something. Well, you can expand it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible texter.
That's why you fish. You don't have to think very hard.
I'm a horrible texter. I'll even come up with words that the computer says, I give up. No replacements. I don't know what the hell you were trying to spell.
I've noticed that.
But other than that, so any specials you got going on for the show out there, Troy?
I'm going to sell everything.
Name the price.
Everything's for sale.
It's all for sale. I'm even going to sell the stands or the tables. Will they let me sell the tables?
If it's not nailed down, he's selling
I'm
it.
selling it.
You're selling the other guys.
It's free lunch. That's kind of why I'm going.
Selling the other guy's table stuff. But he tell you $10 on there. $5, you can have it. Take it.
I'm going to price things and sell. I've got them that way. Honestly, anyway. I mean, I don't want to mention any other retailers' shields. But high price stuff. So I'm selling same things, real affordable. But I'll deal to move some stuff. We're gonna I'll have some ammo there, some 223, 5.56 cases of it. We're gonna sell the 22. We'll price them to sell.
So, is there anything you won't deal with? I mean, do you have a cutoff point? I mean, I think you've had ARs.
Oh, merchant. I do not get into reload stuff right now. I mean, that's just a whole
nother beast.
Arena with reloads and machines and parts. And so mainly because I don't have the room. I'm not saying I might not get into that. Or black powder. I'm not deep into black powder, but I guess our specialty there is AR, military style. Long range, high quality AR-10s, 308, real high quality 1911s, kind of the old school good stuff. We're an STI dealer, so we're gonna have real high quality 1911s, and then some of the standard polymer, Glocks, which are real hard to get right now. But just the standard good stuff. We've got it.
So you just sell guns. You're not into trading or buying.
Oh, I do a lot of trading.
Oh, you do?
Oh gosh. We love trades.
I'm going to have to go over and see his basement.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
There's the other pile.
Okay, well, that's the one gun safe, and those are okay guns, and this is the other gun safe with all the other guns, and this is now.
Remember I told you earlier about them guns are in the safe, and she looks at it and says, "Where'd that? I've had that thing for weeks."
Right.
Why I had it for weeks.
Now, honey, you know the way this conversation is going to go. So, do we really need to have this?
But
at least I don't stay in a tavern every night. So.
I don't. Well, okay.
That's what I use. You can have a husband that drinks a lot.
That is a good. Right. We have Armorlight ARs too. We're an Armorlight dealer, which is in Geneseo. So,
awesome.
There's some good manufacturers locally. Just up in the Quad City area. So, I don't know why they're all in Illinois. They need to get out of there, but
and with that is a good closing note. Last week we beat up on Tim Scott's mom, and now we're beating up on Illinois. And this is time on Jerry's Outdoor Show, where I got to thank my guest, Troy Mitchell from Mitchell Arms and Ammo, located over there,
place
right there. Across from Pierce, so if you angry Illinois folk want to come over and see him,
to Iowa.
Come on and see me. My good friend Lonnie Ford, my good friend Randy Brewer, and an engineer extraordinaire, Wes Jordan. And remember, next week we're on at 9 a.m. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, folks.
You've been listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Special thanks to Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria Wilton, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Tune in every Friday morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I can.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye.